Hello, fellow music teachers. This video is of a second grade group of mine doing a song called Candy Store. So originally the class divided up into groups. I let them pick this time. We'll see if I let them pick again. But they each got to come up with 4 different candy bars for their word chain. So it's an 8-beat word chain. Then they each had to come up with the rhythmic notation for that. So you could do iconic like ta, tt, or you could do the actual notes depending on what grade level you're working with and what you've already taught them, if you want them to use quarter notes and eighth notes and all that sort of thing. So they notated that after they came up with their candies, and then of course they put together the song, which is an ABA form. So you're touching on form for this song. They're doing some, not quite improvisation, but they're doing some composing and using their own creativity to come up with their own candy bars and notate that. And then we talk about performance criteria. So what should your group be doing if they're doing a good job? What should it sound like? What should we see? So you're really hitting a lot of standards with this, and the kids really got a kick out of it. I videotaped every group. I'm only showing you one of the videotapes, but I did videotape every group. So then they got to go back and see their videotape, and we talk about some compliments, like what things went well, what things can be improved. And as always, you can decide whether you want to do those things as a class and discuss compliments and critiques as a whole group, or do you want just groups to go back and discuss amongst themselves, like what they thought went well, what they could have improved upon, right? And I try and teach them always, there's always room for improvement, right? No, in music and performance, no product is considered perfect. It can always be improved, or it can always be something that is better about it. So anyway, it's a really easy one to teach. I teach the handlebar hands for playing the Orff instruments, right? So it's also a chance for them to get to play the Orff, and they really enjoy that. So handlebar hands, right, like you're riding your bike. And then we all say, no, they love this, no pointy fingers of doom. So if they're holding their mallets and doing their little pointy fingers, right, like they like to do, we call this pointy fingers of doom. Don't do that, right? So sometimes I'll still catch them doing that, but we really try and work on that when we're playing the Orff. And then for the rap, the B section, I have them click their sticks on the steady beat. So it's also reinforcing the difference between steady beat and rhythm. So we're touching on a lot of standards here. Anyways, hope it's one you can use. I don't know if I do it too much younger than second grade, depending on how difficult you make it, because they do need to be able to work as a team and kind of write down their candy bar ideas and that sort of thing. But I think all the way up to 4th or 5th grade, they would have a fun time coming up with these. I model it in class beforehand. So we do a version where we come up with the candy bar ideas as a class. We notate it as a class, right? We always model what we want them to do before we have them do it. So model it as a class and then let them go. I give them, paper, pencil, and have them go write out their ideas. Practice it. I work with each group once, and then they, of course, perform for the class. So it actually took me quite a few weeks to do this and get through all the groups, but I thought it was fun and the kids enjoyed it, so I hope it's one that you can use too. Ready, go. Store, store, candy store,
candy, Kit Kats, Hershey's chocolate. Store, store, candy store, there's only room for 4. Store, store, candy store, there's only room for 4.
All right, very nice job. I hope that was helpful, and it's something you can see yourself using or adjusting to be something useful in your classroom. As always, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos or classroom management techniques, I have a lot of folk dancing and movement activities. Feel free to subscribe, and as always, have fun teaching music.